Morning. Whew, been a while since I filmed on the farm. Actually, it's been like, well, the last farming video we've had, that was the last time I filmed. Since then, I've got to change oil in this thing today. I'm going to do that this morning. Combine is back together. It is ready to go. It's turnkey ready. As far as I know, something will probably go wrong. But I still need to get the heads out, go through those, and I still got to do the semis, and then we're ready for harvest. But look at this. The other day I had a little bit of time, so I started assembling the waste oil burner. So this is the Land Air Waste Oil Burner XT150. It's got a 250 gallon tank on the bottom, or 215 gallon tank on the bottom. Still needs to be hooked up more. It's kind of assembled but not hooked up. Basically what it is I'm gonna get a big funnel so I can pump out of our waste oil tank into the furnace, but I'm gonna get like a big funnel with cheesecloth to kind of just filter out any solids that may be in there, like any metal shavings, things like that. That'll get filtered out right out of the gate. Inside this tank is a screen that will filter out particulars, and then there's a micron filter right here that filters it as well. So what happens is I fill this tank with used motor oil, waste oil. This is the pump to turns it on, that pumps it out of here. So it pumps it up through here, around this tube, through another copper line that's not hooked up, but it goes up into this valve, which goes into the burner assembly up there. And then there's an onboard air compressor right here that shoots air in there and gets the flame going, which blows hot air out of these black vents. And then any excess oil that is not burned off in there gets piped back down through here into a return tank, or return line that goes back into the tank. So it's just like a big circle. Like I said, I still have to hook this up. I still have copper lines and everything, the electrical to hook to it and everything, and still have to plumb the chimney out, and I still have to hook up the thermostat for it, which I don't know where I'm going to put the thermostat yet. I'm going to probably over here somewhere. I have also gotten a materials list around and a price round, because we are going to build a loft right here over the tool area. And the loft is going to be 14 by 20, like 14 by 20, 14 by 24, something like that, in that size, with a staircase going up here and going over to the loft. But basically what the loft is going to do is all of this stuff right here on the ground, all the filters, planter parts, combine parts, anything that I do not use on a regular basis will go up on that loft, on shelves up in the loft up there. That way it opens up more floor space down here for more crap to be collected, basically. Okay, I'm going to change the oil in this pig right now to get that done and over with and get that out of here, and then I can pull some of these heads out and kind of go from there and kind of figure out how my day's going to go, basically. Alright, got that truck out of here. So now I guess it's to fire up that pig and move her out of the way so we can get some heads out. What's going on here? Alright, now I gotta figure out what's going on with this. I figured it out. I had this switch was turned on. You know, safety. Now, should start, right? There we go. I knew it was something simple. Just had to figure out what. Alright, systems checked. Parking brake is off. I think we're ready to engage, go. We have liftoff. Make sure the auger clears the barn, then we can make our swing. And try not to run over one of these thingies. It's a freaking obstacle course around here. Alright, here's the true test to see if I mess something up. Start the machine. Open the door in case we hear any clunking. No clunking. Let's start the throat now. Sounds smooth. Rev her up. You guys hear anything? Out of the normal. We're good. We're golden. Alright, so that tells me, other than needing fuel and government juice, this combine is turnkey ready to roll. Now we gotta get the heads out and I'll probably put the corn head on first, because I don't know anything about the corn head because of the fact that we just bought it in February and it has never been hooked to this combine. So I'm going to hook up to it, start the machine, start the head, see if everything runs smoothly, and if it runs smoothly, then we're going to grease it and it'll be ready to go. Okay, moment of truth. Everything looks like it's turning smoothly. That's a plus. Mechanically, everything seems to be fine. The deck plates operate like they're supposed to. The speed of the head speeds up and slows down as it should. Everything seems to be operable. The only issue I have seen that I need to address is I have a hydraulic oil leak. Coming out of here. So that could be a seal, the seal between the two connections. It could be on the combine side, it could be on the head side, I don't know. I got to address that. The quickest way I'll be able to figure out if it's on the combine side is hook it to the grain head and fire it up and run it. And if it's still leaking, even with the grain head on, then I know it's not the corn head, it's the combine. Which, this is a good thing. That means there's nothing mechanically wrong with the head. The only thing I need to do to it now is grease it and check the gear loops, which that's routine maintenance. So I will do that, and then the head, this corn head should be good to go, in theory. This one I know is going to need a lot more love, so to speak. I know the entire history of this head because we bought this head brand spanking new in 2010, and we have run a lot of acres through it. And I know every year there's specific things every year I have to do to it, like put some new poly pieces on it, new knives, guards, things like that. I know it's missing one of the down tubes for the air reel system. I lost that towards the end of the year last year. I need to replace that. It just needs a lot of small minor stuff to it, as well as grease and stuff like that. I went and got a rag, wipe this loose oil up. That way I can tell whether or not it's the combine or the head. Head seems to be working okay. I got something rattling in here. I do have a couple guards on the far end down there that are loose. I can see them wobbling. That needs to be addressed. But I'm putting all new guards and knives on this anyway. The blower seems to be working just fine. So I think we're good. This is the guard that I saw from the cab. It's broken anyway, it needs to be replaced. The teeth or knives don't look terrible. There's a few of them that need to be replaced, but not, I don't feel every one of them needs to be replaced. A lot of these knives get replaced throughout the year as we're cutting. You hit a rock, something like that, you hit the ground just too hard and it bends one of these guards up and into the knife and it breaks the knife. You know, there's a lot of variables there of what happens. So you replace the knives throughout the year as you're cutting and harvesting, but you won't necessarily replace guards. And the guards, let's see if I can find one. Here's one. This guard, see how it's got that sharp edge there? And this one right here is rounded. You want that sharp edge. Think of a knife or scissors. If you know how the blades come down side by side with each other and you need that sharp edge in order to get a good clean cut. That's exactly how this works, as a scissors. If you have a rounded edge on scissors, then it doesn't cut very well. So it's the same concept. So you need a sharp square edge on the guard and a sharp knife, and you get a beautiful cut in the field. And if you have a rounded off edge of a guard, it just doesn't cut as well. So you have to replace guards and knives quite frequently on these machines. But I'm also looking like I'm missing some of these poly pieces are worn down and falling off. That one's definitely got to get replaced. This one is loose. That one's good and tight, solid. These are missing completely, so I'm going to end up having to buy a bunch of poly pieces and replace poly, but that's an every year occurrence, it seems like. It's what happens when you're harvesting in a gravel pit, it seems like. A lot of rocks and stuff like that and real fine sand. It wears the stuff down quick. Alright, I'm going to get pad, pencil, and count up everything I need, what all I need for this thing. So I'm going to set you guys down for a bit and figure out what I need for this so I can get it ordered and get it coming. I got my list, oh crap, and the dealership's closed now. So I guess I'm going to order stuff in the morning. I'm going to go home and eat some pizza and edit this video. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.